have 27, 28 day cycle. On the cycle day 14th till 15th, you must ovulate. You must. That is if everything is okay. But if you have given birth before, just bear in mind that that 14th, you may not ovulate, because as you are giving birth, your body system will change. It happens to me. So, that is it. If you have 26 to 27, just a day that remove it from 28, which is the normal cycle, you are likely going to ovulate on the 14th to 15th day of your cycle. And before, I don't know if people will still come, because I'm not going to waste much time here. I promised you people yesterday that I'm going to show you the type of ovulation kits that you will use, the cheaper ones and the expensive one. But the expensive one is more accurate. I prefer it more than this one, because some of these cheaper ones, when you use it, if you use it, it will not give you accurate result. You may be ovulating, it will show you are not ovulating. You may not be ovulating. Like yesterday, somebody said she's doing the test, even after ovulation is still showing positive. So you should know that it's a fake ovulation prediction kit, as long as if you are not in hormonal drugs. If you are taking hormonal drugs, when you make the test, it will show positive. Even if you do pregnancy test, it will tell you are pregnant. It's because of the drugs that you are taking. But if you are not in any drug, and after the ovulation it will be showing you positive, it's coming from the ovulation kits. That is not good. Or maybe you may be ovulating late. Sometimes you may think that you have ovulated, but you haven't. That is why I always tell people to use this. This is ovulation prediction kit. I'm waiting for people to come so that I will introduce it. Okay. Chichi, you will be ovulating on the 14th day of your cycle. Mark it in the calendar. When you know how to calculate your cycle ovulation, knowing your ovulation will not be too difficult. Can I ovulate when I'm yes, some people do that. Some people do ovulate when they are in their period. People who always experience that is people with short cycle, like 21 day cycle, 20 day cycle. They ovulate. Some ovulate during their menstruation, some ovulate immediately after their ovulation. That is, if you have 21 day cycle, so on the cycle day 7th, on the cycle day 7th, if you have a short cycle, I don't know if you people can hear me. If you have short cycle, cycle day 7 is the day you ovulate. Because I could remember a woman here, she had been trying to conceive, you know. She have gone to the hospital. They said nothing is wrong with her. So when she met me, I said, maybe you have short cycle. Maybe you are ovulating during your menstruation. She said, is that possible? I said, try it. And she tried it. It works. So if you have a short cycle of 21 days cycle, this is the case. Good evening, Mary Jane, welcome. Please, if you have question, you ask me, because I'm not going to waste time. I will just be coming here spending some minutes, because I have a lot to do. If anybody have question, please, you ask me. Before, the last thing I will do is to show the ovulation kits. So tomorrow I will talk about PCOS, because these are the things our people in Africa, they suffer, that made them not to get pregnant. PCOS, ovarian cysts, and the thyroid problem. So, if you know your cycle, it will be very easy for you to get pregnant. At least you know that this day something will happen. You know, you have it in mind. But in a situation whereby you don't know, at times you will stop making love. You think you have ovulated, why nothing has happened. Sometimes, I told you guys what happens to me after my first issue. The second one, I was trying, because I know my cycle and I know everything. So I was, trying to conceive for this, and it's not coming. I said, what is happening? Because I thought that on the cycle day 14 that I must ovulate. I didn't use of OPK. I tried for some months. I said, this one don't enter. Can I ovulate when I'm okay? This one don't enter another thing. I went to buy the OPK. I started testing. Do you know that my cycle then was 35 days? It was during this, because of this OPK that I used, that enabled me to dictate when I am ovulating. And it happens that I ovulated late. Sometimes you may ovulate late, and within your mind you may think that ovulation have occurred. Can I get pregnant 3 days before my period comes? Okay, maybe tomorrow I will talk about this. I will talk about implantation. So if I ovulate when I'm in my period, do I still need to calculate? No, now. What you will figure out, I'm going to show you this OPK. You will use it to check. Even you will start using it if you have 21 days cycle. Start using this OPK, that is ovulation prediction kit. As soon as your period starts, start using it. Yes. So somebody said, can I get pregnant 3 days before my period? See, let me tell you people the process of this pregnancy. I want to read this. Somebody that have hormonal drug can she get, of course, depending on the hormone. If the hormone is fixed, you can get pregnant, but if the problem is still there, it will be hindering you. And do you know the problem? I mentioned the 4 types of hormone that is responsible for conception. I mentioned thyroid, I mentioned prolactin, I mentioned progesterone, and I mentioned estrogen. These are the main hormones that are responsible for conception. When any of them is 40, is going to disturb you from getting pregnant, but they can be corrected. So, yeah, what am I saying? So somebody said about conception. See how conception comes. The process of conception starts immediately your menstruation starts every month. Once your menstruation starts, we have 3 phases. After the first phase is your menstruation. After the menstruation side comes what is called ovulation. And what is this ovulation? Ovulation simply means the period, the time, the day in which the eggs is being released from your ovary. They call it follicles. They will, as soon as your menstruation stops, the follicle will start developing, they will start maturing. Then when they are matured, they will come out. The process of them coming out is what is called ovulation. Is when the egg is being released. Do you see when chicken lay eggs? So after the ovulation, which is the release of the egg, when the egg is being released, now the egg will now travel and wait for sperm to fertilize it. Remember, the first one is ovulation. After your ovulation, the eggs, the follicles, then we call it follicle, they will start to develop. When they are matured, they release, and that release is what is known as ovulation. So, after ovulation, and there are certain things that can hinder ovulation to take place. It's not a must that every woman who menstruates ovulates. You may be menstruating, but you are not ovulating due to some certain reason. We'll go into deep of this thing later. So after the ovulation now, the egg will be waiting for the sperm to fertilize it. When the sperm fertilizes it, that is, if the sperm is healthy enough to fertilize the egg, then the egg will travel down to fallopian tubes, which is your womb, where it will implant. So if the implantation is successful, then that is when you can say that you are pregnant. So my sister that said, can I get pregnant after my 3 days? I don't know how you wrote that thing. No, you can know how you know you are pregnant after your menstruation or after your ovulation. That is, if you know when you ovulated is this: 2 weeks after your menstruation, that is when you will know. And within that 2 weeks, if you pay attention to your system, our body speaks to us, but we don't pay attention to our body. Your body speaks to you. Even when you are ovulating, your body will tell you. Like myself, whenever ovulation is taking place, either I will be having pelvic pains or headache or uncomfortable. Your body will be telling you. So after the ovulation comes the implantation. In this implantation, it will give you signs, but some women, they don't have the signs. Some do have it. Myself, when I always know that I am pregnant after my menstruation, is this: I will have something like spotting. You have like something spot like a pinkish in your pant. It doesn't last. It will look as if it will be as if your menstruation want to come out, but your menstruation will not come out. You will rather have spotting like the color will be light. Then it lasts some 2 minutes, 2 hours. Some it lasts a day, as long as it's not heavy. These are the signs that will tell you that you have gotten pregnant even before you make the test. So it's not possible for you to know after 3 days. When the egg is being released, it takes the egg 5 days, 4 days to go to the womb and wait for the sperm to fertilize it. Then when the sperm fertilizes it, it takes it again 6 to 12 days to implant. This is when this hormone called progesterone plays a role. That is why I advise every woman that is trying to conceive to always do hormonal test to check your hormone, if your hormone is good. Let me read comment before I continue. So if I ovulate, when in my period do I still need to calculate? I didn't understand what you mean. Somebody that have hormone. Okay, how do I know I'm ovulating? Now, what are the signs of ovulation? Watch yourself today when you're after your periods. If you know your cycle, then if you know your cycle, I always use 28-day cycle because it's a normal cycle. If you have 28-day cycle, starting from cycle day 13th, 14th, 15th, your body must do somehow. You must have a signal. That is when you pay attention to your body. Before ovulation occurs, your body will tell you that something is happening. If you're a woman that is trying to conceive, pay attention to your body. Your body tells you something. First of all, when you are approaching your fertile days, there is this what they call cervical mucus. That cervical mucus, at first it will be sticky. It will be sticky, like I don't know how to explain it. But when you are approaching your ovulation, that is the most fertile days, the cervical mucus will be slippery, like egg white. When you draw it, it will follow you. Then you know you are good. In most cases, some women do not have that cervical mucus, and they are always dried. It's another problem because the role of that cervical mucus is to help the sperm to swim faster. So in the absence of it, there is another thing people use, which I'm going to be showing you people as we proceed. So I don't know if anybody has question. This is clear blue. I don't know if people can see it. This is clear blue this is one-step ovulation test. I bought this test for this thing. This test is can you people see it? If you can see it, say yes so that I will know. This thing is used to detect ovulation. For in vitro diagnosis, use only in vitro diagnostic. You use it to, I don't want to open it because if I open it now, it will be a waste. So this is how it looks like. This is the cheapest one. This, if you are in Germany, you can get it in Amazon, very cheap, about 50 inside. I think I bought it 15 euro or something like that. If you are in Nigeria, I don't know about Nigeria, but they have cheaper one because I have directed somebody in Nigeria and she bought it. This is it. when you open it up like this, you open it, describe it just like pregnancy test something. So, but one thing I want to explain, you don't use your early morning urine. Remember, you are not testing for pregnancy. This is just to know when you are likely going to ovulate. So, you don't use your early morning urine. What you use is your 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock urine. And before you do this test, make sure that you don't take any liquid. You don't take any liquid, because if you take liquid, you have diluted it. You take your 10 o'clock urine, pour it in a plastic, you open this thing, you dip it inside the water like 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You bring it out, clean up a table, lay it down there. Within some minutes, you will see the result. Now I'm going to show you this. You will see, I don't know, this could be too tiny. You will see the control line and the test line. Initially, when you started, if you have 28 day cycle, start using this on the cycle day 11. If you have 28 day cycle, if you don't know your cycle, start using it immediately. You see your menstruation, you finish your menstruation. If you have short cycle like 21 day cycle, start using it immediately. You see your periods. I don't know if you people get me. If you have 28 day cycle, you start using this thing on the cycle day 11, which means you know your cycle. If you have a 35 day cycle, which is the longest cycle, start using this on the cycle day 19, because you are likely going to ovulate on the 19, 20. If possible, you can use it. You can start on the 18th. If you have trickish cycle, this one I call it trickish because it have made a lot of people not to conceive. 21 day cycle, shorter cycle. Please, I beg of you, start using this thing on the cycle. First day you started seeing your period, start using it. Despite the blood, start using it. You will catch that ovulation. So, when you start, for example, somebody with a 28 day cycle, if you start on the cycle day 11, the line will be Fenty. It will start with Fenty lines. The 13, it will be a bit clear. 14th, if it is that day you are going to ovulate, you will see the 2 lines. Both the test and control line will be the same, or rather the control line may be thicker than the test line. Then what does this show you? Any day you make this test and you see the 2 line positive, simply means that you are going to ovulate within 12 to 48 hours of when you conducted this test. So if you are trying to choose a gender, maybe you want to conceive a boy, then if you conduct this test today and it shows positive, do not do anything today, do it tomorrow. Just count it 12 to 48 hours. Some people ovulate earlier, 12, some 48. So this is another one. This is super. This is super. This is a bullet. If you have the money, if you are in Germany here or Europe, you can buy it. In Nigeria is to be expensive, but if you have money in Nigeria, it's not expensive. This is called clear blue. This clear blue is very, very accurate. This can never lie to you. This is OPK test, cannot tell you lie. So it comes like this. I am going to, if I destroy one now, it will be. So this is what you use in testing it. For the purpose of this video, let me just spoil one. Somebody's, how do I know I am ovulating? It's all these things I'm explaining here. It seems people are not getting. I'm coming. Let me try to open this. Where's my scissors? I'm coming. Let me get scissors and open this because you see. So this is how the thing look like. This is it. So this is the main thing that is working. So what you do, this is this test. So what you do for the first time, if it is the first time you are using it, you see where this arrow is. You see this arrow. You bring this thing, you put it like this. Sorry. You put it like this. Make sure they clap. Then you put this inside your urine, your 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock urine, up to 15 seconds. Then you bring it out. Then when you bring it out, you keep it within some minutes. It's going to read. And this one differs. The system of this one differs. Let me open this one so that I will explain this very well. So I don't know if people can see these 3 signs here. These 3 signs. When you see something like this, if you do the test and you see something like empty circle, it means that you are not ovulating. So you will see something like smiling face. When you are approaching your period of ovulation, it will smile for you. After this, the result you are going to see inside here. It will show you smiling face. Then when the ovulation go is there, you will see this face. You will see this face. The mouth will be closed. And this, you don't need to test again. It shows you that you are going to ovulate within 12 to 48 hours of the period you tested. So I don't know if anybody have questions. Somebody is still asking me how, I don't know the question. It said, how do I know when I'm ovulating? I have said it here that when ovulation is going on, your body will tell you. Your body will tell you if you pay attention. So it's allowing when I'm ovulating that I can get pregnant. Of course, without ovulation, there's nothing like pregnancy. Without ovulation, nothing like pregnancy. It's only when you ovulate. Oh, I just explained what ovulation is now. Ovulation is when the egg is released. It's when the egg is released. If the egg released, it will fertilize. And when it fertilizes, it now turns to human being. So if you do not ovulate, there is nothing like pregnancy. So without ovulation, no pregnancy. Ovulation is the foundation of pregnancy. I don't know if anybody have question again. What's the time? So my dear, if you do not ovulate, you will not get pregnant. And this is the problem most of our African women have. Just pay attention to your, if you do all these things, it will work. A lot of people I know here, they are not pregnant. You know the worst part of it, you will go to the hospital, the doctor will tell you everything is okay, but the doctor will not tell you. This thing I'm saying now, no doctor will tell you how to calculate your ovulation. Never. My does corona vaccine. My dear, it's a lie. That thing is propaganda. That is, it doesn't prevent you anything, my dear. It's a propaganda. It's a propaganda. It doesn't hinder. If you have not taken, I will advise you to go and take, because I know of a woman here who is pregnant and she contacted it and she didn't know that she didn't know. She became sick. She went to the hospital and they have to operate her to remove to save the baby's life. In the process, her own life becomes in danger. She have infection in her links, ribs, yeah. So those propaganda, my dear, stop it. Go and take. It's better for you to take it before you become pregnant than when you are pregnant and the person contacted. That would be a very big problem, because that is just propaganda. I don't know why people, you cannot provide a solution to something and you are criticizing it. That is our African mentality. My dear, doesn't even serve. This thing will even help to balance your hormone. Just take it that you are taking hormonal, this thing, it will balance your hormone. So my dear people, if you are trying to conceive and You have gone to the hospital, the doctor said everything is okay, you don't have problem. What I mean that please try and do hormonal test. Try and do hormonal test. Hormonal test is very, very important because in some cases, it could be maybe your hormones are not good. That could be the problem. Like you heard me said here, thyroid problem. A lot of women, I'm going to treat it. I'm going to show you people how it can hinder you. Thyroid thyroid controls our body metabolism. So if it is low, it slows down everything. You may be doing, even with the thyroid, when you do the ovulation test, it will show you positive, but the eggs that you are releasing is not healthy, except when it's fixed. If you have prolactin, which prolactin is responsible for the breast milk, in most cases you will see yourself producing breast milk, and you are not pregnant and you are not breastfeeding a baby, then that is hindering you from ovulating. When you are not getting pregnant, it means you are not ovulating. So simply the problem of not getting pregnant is ovulation. You are not ovulating. That is why you are not getting pregnant. Once you get pregnant, simply means you are ovulating. Any month you become pregnant simply means your ovary releases eggs. Any day, any month you didn't get pregnant, know that your ovary is not releasing egg. It could be possible that the egg is being released, but there is another problem called implantation. We have many problems hindering pregnancies to occur. One, if the woman is not releasing an egg, it is a problem. When the woman releases the egg, if the sperm is not fertile, it will not fertilize the egg. Another one is if the implantation did not occur, did not take place successfully, it will hinder pregnancies. So pregnancy is a journey. You cannot just say, that's why when I look at family, they will say the problem is from the woman. She did series of abortion. She have removed all the children in her womb. I just laugh. I said, these people think that it's only women that is the cause of infertility. So that is why you need to. Doctor will never teach you how to calculate your ovulation. If they teach you, will you go back there again? They will not. No doctor will tell you how to calculate your ovulation. Lie. Even if you want to, you can track your follicles. You can track your follicle if you want to know exactly when you ovulate. You can go to your gynecologist. They can use ultrasound to track your follicle. That is your egg, to know when it's ripe, when it's ready to release. So they will collect a whole lot of money in tracking it, but they will not tell you that you will ovulate. Just what I'm doing here now. No doctor, except if it is a fertility doctor that wants to help you, want to teach you, they will not tell you that, because I don't know why they don't say it to people. But what I'm trying to say is, when you are not conceiving, if you are trying to conceive and you are not getting pregnant, you have gone for medical checkup and they say everything is okay. Whenever I'm talking about medical checkup, I don't mean going to general hospital or this. No, you need to go and check the responsible hormones that I mentioned now. These are the hormones. When they are okay, then you are good to go. If you want to have a baby boy, 2 options. 1, you pray to God. 3 options. 1, God is the giver of children. Second one is IVF. It's only in IVF that you can say, yes, I want to have a male child. The other try and log game is for you to have sex on your day of ovulation. Because, we have what is called X and Y chromosome. Me as a woman, will produce only X chromosome. We can never produce Y. Why men produce Y and X chromosome? So in this regard, Y chromosome swim faster. It swims faster than the X chromosome. X chromosome swims slowly but lasts long, but Y swims faster and dies fast. So if you are targeting of having a male child, then what you should do, you should not have any sperm deposit in your system. You should wait until the day you are ovulating. That is, if you know your ovulation day, then you will kick it. Because of the fastness of the Y chromosome, if you release the egg and the Y chromosome is fast enough to meet the egg, then it will fertilize, and behold, you have your baby boy. What is the best folic acid to be taken? Which country are you? I don't know about Nigeria. I think I showed the folic acid yesterday. Let me bring it. So in Germany here we'll have this. This is wait, I'm coming. I want to show you something. There is one I wanted to bring, but I cannot search for it. Maybe tomorrow. So if you are in Europe, this is called Femibi, and this is very, very good. Very, very good. Expensive, but very, very good. And if you are in Germany, this is Folia Photo. Before I used to buy this to dash people in Nigeria, but since Corona, I've not been seeing people that is traveling. If you're in Nigeria,